Hi guys, welcome to NetGate Chemistry. So in quantum chemistry we were discussing about the numericals of commutation and we were deriving some generalized relations, or you can say formulas for solving the commutation problems. So continuing with that, we are again going to solve some more questions. Now the first question which we are going to solve, in that question we have to solve the commutation for x and px. Now in order to solve this, you first have to introduce any function. So psi x will be that function. Now you know the value for px, that is minus iota h cross del by del x. I hope you remember that the formula for px was minus iota h cross del by del x. Now one more formula which we are using, that is commutation for a and b, that we write as ab minus ba. So now we are going to use this formula to open this commutation bracket. So it will be AB minus BA whole multiplied by the function. Now we are going to put the value of this px. Okay, before adding the value of px, what we are going to do, we are going to multiply this psi x. So it will be x px psi x minus px x psi x. Now we'll substitute the value of px. Okay, so it will be x into, instead of px we'll write minus iota h cross del by del x psi x minus, instead of px it will be minus iota h cross del by del x into x psi x. Now minus iota h cross is constant, so it can be written here. Now we'll be left with x into del by del x of psi x. This minus and this minus will become plus iota h cross. Now here we have two functions, so we'll use the formula of dy dx of u into v. So it is first function differentiation of second plus second function differentiation of first function. So this formula we'll use here. So this is u and this is v. Now what the formula is, it is first function as it is, differentiation of second plus second function as it is, differentiation of first. Now del x by del x will be 1. Now we'll open this bracket and we'll be left with minus iota h cross x del by del x of psi x. Iota h cross here will be multiplied by these two terms, so we will get plus iota h cross multiplied by this whole term, that is x del by del x of psi x plus iota h cross multiplied by psi x. Now here what you can observe is these two terms will cancel out with each other and we'll be left with iota h cross into psi x. Now if you compare this one and this one, so what you're getting is commutation for x and px is equals to iota h cross. This is the result which we are getting here. Now we'll solve one more numerical, that is we have to find the commutation for x square and px. So again it will be operated on a function psi x, again using the formula this one ab minus ba. So it will be a b minus b a multiplied by function psi x. Now we'll multiply psi x inside, so it will be x square px multiplied by psi x minus px x square multiplied by psi x. Now substitute the value of px here and here, so we will be getting x square multiplied by, instead of ph we have minus iota h cross del by del x into psi x minus, instead of px minus iota h cross del by del x, and remaining will be here x square into psi x. Now this is minus iota h cross is constant, so we can write it here into x square del by del x of psi x will be left here. Minus minus will become plus iota h cross. Now here again we have two functions, so we will be using this formula. Instead of u we will be having x square, and instead of v we will be having psi x. So what that formula says, first function as it is, differentiation of second, plus second function as it is, differentiation of first. Okay, now we'll open this bracket and multiply this iota h cross inside, so this part will remain same. Minus iota h cross x square del by del x of psi x plus iota h cross x square del by del x of psi x plus iota h cross psi x. Now del by del x of x square will be what? It will be 2x. Now you know we are using the formula d by dx of x to the power n is equals to nx to the power n minus 1. And here instead of n we are putting 2, and we are getting the answer as 2x. Now these two terms will be cancelled out, and we will be getting the answer as 2x iota h cross psi x. Now here what we can observe is, we are getting, if we are solving x square px commutation, we are getting 2x into iota h cross, and initially when we were solving x and px, commutation of x and px, we were getting the answer as iota h cross. So iota h cross will be common in both of these two cases. Iota h cross is common, and what we are observing is that when we have x, then we are getting 1, right? We can write it as 1 into iota h cross, and when we were having x square, then its differentiation, that is 2x, that was multiplied by iota h cross. Similarly, if we are going to solve for x to the power n and px, if we are going to solve these two, then what we will be getting is differentiation of this part, that is nx to the power n minus 1 multiplied by iota h cross, which is common, right? Which is common in both of these cases. So we will be getting differentiation of this part multiplied by iota h cross. So this is the first generalized relation. Now because commutator operators are antisymmetric, so what we can expect from here is that, just like the previous case, if in this case also we want to find out px and x to the power n commutation of this, then what it would be, just introduce negative sign, nx to the power n minus 1 into iota h cross, remaining will be same. So these are the two generalized relations when we have position as well as p operators. Okay, so these are the two generalized relations. So now we are also going to solve one more numerical, and in that numerical we have to solve the commutation for x, and now this time py. Okay, so again we have to operate this on function psi x. So it will be, again, now I'm not writing again and again that same formula, it will be ab minus ba. So it will be plus ba whole multiplied by psi x. Multiplying psi x inside, it will be x into py psi x plus py into x psi x. Now you can put the value of py. Value of py is minus iota h cross del by del y. So put this value here and here. What we'll be getting is x into minus iota h cross del by del y of psi x plus minus iota h cross del by del y of x into psi x. Now we want here the differentiation of function psi x, but we want the differentiation with respect to y. So function is having variable x and we want to find out differentiation with respect to y. So in this case the differentiation will be 0, right? The differentiation of this part is going to be 0. Similarly, if you look at this case, these two are functions of x, these two are variables of x, and we want to find out their differentiation with respect to y, their partial differentiation with respect to y. So this part is also going to be 0. So overall we'll be getting 0 as the answer. Now the important part is here, that is we are solving the commutation for this and we are getting 0 as the answer. What we can interpret from here is that we can simultaneously calculate both position was in x coordinate, so position in x coordinate and this was the momentum which was in y direction and momentum in y direction. So this is the main part to understand, that is if the commutation of two operators is coming out to be 0, that means we can find with certainty both of these values. So basically Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is not valid here. We can find out these two things simultaneously with accuracy because their commutation is coming out to be 0. So this is the main thing which I wanted to demonstrate to you all. Okay, so now we will discuss one more small concept which we have studied in our +1 physics, that is angular momentum. We are going to study a very little about angular momentum, and in the next video we will continue with the commutation relations of these angular momentum. So in this video, just in 1 or 2 minutes, we are going to discuss what is angular momentum. So angular momentum is represented by capital L. It is a vector quantity and represented and is given as r cross p. Right? Now r is the position vector here and value of r can be represented as x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. This also we have studied. So this is r vector and in 3 dimensions it can be represented by this vector. Right? Now p will be px I cap plus py j cap plus pz k cap. This is the linear momentum. This is the vector for linear momentum. Similarly, for angular momentum, we will be having vector as lx I cap plus ly j cap plus lz k cap. Now, if we want to find out the value of lx, this lx, then what we have to do is, actually it is solved using the cross product. If you could remember, then cross product we used to find like this: xyz px py pz. I'm not going into detail, but if you want to find out about the lx, then what you have to do is you have to ignore this row and this column, and then you will be getting y into pz minus z into py. This was how you could find the cross product. This we study in mathematics, but if you don't know about this, you can simply learn this. For lx we have y pz minus z p y. For ly, what we used to do was, for ly ignore this one and this one, you will get x pz minus z p x. So it is z p x minus x p z. and similarly Lz would be, ignoring this one and this one, xpy minus ypx. So there is a method to remember this. Imagine a circle and write down x, y, z. Put the clockwise rotation, and if you want to find out for x, then what you are going to do is y into pz minus z into py. You have to move from y towards z, y into pz minus z into py. Similarly, if you want to find out for y, then you have to go from z to x. You have to go clockwise, z px minus xpz. Similarly, if you want to find out for z, then again you have to move clockwise, xpy minus ypx. So this is the way you can learn this. So these are the operators which we'll be using for angular momentum, and in the next video we are not going to solve the numericals and then derive the formulas as we did earlier. Now I'm just going to write down the general relations so that we could save some time. If you want to solve them, you can solve them by your own. I'll be providing you the formulas and then you can solve by yourself if time allows you. Okay, so far that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.